We said if action is not taken and we're just going to rely on imports, we are going to face shortages. So we have been warning about this. It is now being played out in real time.
If you walked up and down every single aisle at this greenhouse, you'd clock up almost 100 miles. It is vast, but even if it and every other grower in the country were running at full capacity on time, that action, the NFU and Jimmy tells me, includes helping growers with energy costs to at least try and make sure customers see greens like this, not this. Jay Akbar, 5 News.
Just one look at the shelves tells the story. Not all grocery stores are created equal when it comes to vegetables. Some promise freshness but deliver disappointment, limp lettuce, tasteless tomatoes, and overpriced produce that barely lasts 2 days in your fridge. Shoppers across the country are starting to notice a troubling pattern. Certain chains cut corners on quality, sourcing, and storage.
At the moment the plant is currently at this height, but we would have expected the plant to be at least double.
That delay was down to soaring energy prices. It means they aren't ready to pick up the slack. Speaking of, they grow millions of tomatoes and peppers at this greenhouse in Essex every year. The problem is, you're a little bit further behind your growing schedule than usual, aren't you?
Yes, we are this year, unfortunately, because we planted late.
Slack.
Now a plant in Spain starts to slow down. It's coming to the end of its cycle, but we can't pick up the momentum because we're running late. That's where we are with it.
And while you might think you're saving a few bucks, the truth is you're paying more in the long run when half your haul ends up in the trash. That's why it's time to talk honestly about which stores to avoid and where you should be shopping instead. Walk through the produce section at the wrong store, and the warning signs are obvious. Vegetables that should be crisp are already wilting, carrots bend instead of snapping, spinach leaves look bruised, and bell peppers have that dull, waxy coating from over-refrigeration. These aren't minor inconveniences, they're signals that the supply chain is broken. Stores chasing volume over quality often rely on distributors that ship vegetables long distances, keeping them in cold storage for weeks before they ever reach your basket.
Supermarkets are rationing their produce right now. Asda has limited several items to just 3 per customer. You're only allowed 2 lots of tomatoes, cucumbers, lettuce and peppers at Morrison's, and 3 units of peppers, cucumbers and tomatoes at Aldi and Tesco. Probably noticed ingredients for a salad are hard to come by. Well, in winter the UK imports a lot of fruit and veg from Spain and North Africa. Very poor weather there means the produce that should be in these crates is still in the ground.
It does suggest that now would be a great time to eat a lot more seasonal food for the next few weeks, just as we're bridging that gap till we can get those seasonal vegetables in, starting that growing season.
By the time you get them home, the nutrients and flavor have drained away. But this isn't just about freshness, it's also about trust. Some stores use deceptive labeling to make produce seem local when it's actually imported from thousands of miles away. A sticker might say farm fresh, but that doesn't mean it came from a nearby farm. It might have spent weeks in transit, sprayed with chemicals to preserve appearances. Consumers who care about their health, and the health of their families, are waking up to these tactics, and they're starting to demand accountability.
Stopped growing veggies and he started demanding change with a passionate message for the supermarkets and the government. I spoke to Ross a little early. Farmer Ross Marcelino just wanted to grow zucchinis and tomatoes, but he says the supermarkets were paying him less than it cost to produce them. So he...
You know, they're at the start of the food chain, but we're at the end of the food chain by just the returns that farmers get up here, whether it's zucchinis, tomatoes and stone fruit, and across the board, you're getting $1.60 a kilo for an item.
Price is another trap. Many chains advertise discount produce, but if you look closely, the numbers don't add up. Vegetables are often packaged in smaller portions, marked with special labels, or strategically priced to make you feel like you're saving. In reality, you're paying premium prices for inferior quality. That bag of pre-cut vegetables might seem convenient, but it's usually the lowest grade produce chopped up to disguise blemishes and extend shelf life. And don't forget the hidden costs. Wasting money on vegetables that spoil early means your budget suffers in ways you don't see on the receipt. Contrast this with shopping at trusted local markets or higher quality chains. The difference is night and day.
Supermarkets retailing at $4.99. There's no change there. There's no change at all. It's still going on exactly the same.
Freshness you can see, taste, and smell. Tomatoes that actually taste like tomatoes, cucumbers that crunch when you slice them, herbs that keep their aroma for days. These outlets usually work directly with local farmers or shorter supply chains, meaning produce gets from the field to your plate much faster. Not only is the taste superior, but the nutritional value is higher too, because every day in storage is a day your vegetables lose vitamins and minerals. Take lettuce, for example. Buy it from a low-quality chain and you'll be lucky if it lasts 3 days in your fridge before turning brown and slimy. Buy it from a reliable source, and it can stay crisp for a full week. The difference isn't your refrigerator, it's the handling, the sourcing, and the store's priorities. Shops that care about produce quality often have stricter storage standards and work with suppliers who don't cut corners. It's not just about what you're buying, it's about the journey those vegetables took before they landed in your hands. Another overlooked factor is food safety. Vegetables are one of the most common carriers of bacteria like E. coli and Salmonella, especially when handled carelessly. Chains that prioritize speed over safety can have lax sanitation standards, leading to higher risks of contamination. That bag of salad mix might look clean, but without rigorous quality checks, it could be hiding problems that don't show up until it's too late. Better stores invest in food safety protocols, regular inspections, and staff training to keep their produce clean and safe for consumption. And then there's the community impact. When you shop at big chains that import vegetables en masse, you're supporting faceless supply chains that often underpay farmers and cut ethical corners. By choosing better alternatives, local markets, co-ops, or even regional grocery chains with strong ties to local agriculture, you're supporting the farmers who actually grow your food. That keeps money in the community, helps small businesses thrive, and ensures a healthier cycle of production and consumption. Of course, convenience matters. Big box stores lure customers with one-stop shopping, and sometimes it feels easier to just grab whatever's there. But in the long run, making smarter choices pays off. Even if it means an extra stop at a farmer's market once a week, the difference in quality, nutrition, and value is undeniable. Plus, many of these alternatives are surprisingly affordable, often beating big chains on price because you're cutting out the middlemen. The bottom line? Don't assume all grocery stores handle vegetables the same way. Some are cutting corners and shortchanging you, while others deliver produce that genuinely nourishes your body. If you've ever wondered why your vegetables spoil too quickly, why they taste bland, or why you're spending too much on produce that doesn't last, it's probably not you, it's where you're shopping. So here's the advice: avoid the chains with a reputation for poor produce, deceptive labeling, and inflated prices. Instead, seek out local farmers markets, trusted regional grocers, or national chains known for rigorous quality standards. Make freshness and trust the deciding factors, not just convenience. Because at the end of the day, vegetables are supposed to fuel your health, not drain your wallet. And the choice of where you shop can make all the difference between limp, lifeless greens and vibrant, flavorful produce that truly nourishes you.